In today's episode of the Survivors to Thrivers podcast, I want to talk to you about how using situational awareness can improve your vision. Not like these do, but in a different way. Stay tuned. If you're a survivor of violence and are ready to get control of your life again, you're in the right place at the right time. This is the Survivors to Thrivers podcast with your host, Cranford Blackman. Hey everybody, Cranford here. Welcome back to another episode of the Survivors to Thrivers podcast. And today I want to talk to you about situational awareness and how it can improve your vision. Not exactly your eyesight, but your vision of the world, the way that you view the world, and the things that you can see that can really help you. One of the places that all of us can use a little bit of help is in trying to see the things that we need in our life. Situational awareness is one of those things, by the way. But we just don't always know, what is it that we need? Do we need to get some friends out of our life? Do we need some new friends? Do we need a different job? What is it exactly that we need? And when you're going through life in that kind of unaware space where you've got your blinders on, it really does take that bit of information away. When I say bit, it's not a bit, it's a ton of information in trying to know what is it that you need in your life to get a bigger picture. You know, when we talk about seeing our world, a lot of times we really do mess that up by thinking it's only what we see. But when we think of how we see the world, we also have to take into account what we hear, what we feel, our emotions, and technically what we feel. So we want to look at the big picture of our world in a very aware way. And remember, situational awareness is not just for keeping a criminal action from happening. Situational meaning whatever situation you're in, whether it's at work, whether it's in a relationship. We have a billion different situations every day. So situationally aware means being aware through all of those parts of your day in every part of your life to see what exactly is it that you need to have in your life or need to get out of your life. So as we look at our life to see our big picture of our world, what's going on, let's break this down in today's podcast into just two things: the good and the bad in response to how we're being, to what we're doing. Okay, for example, when I'm talking about bad, let's look at the dangers of what we're doing or the pitfalls of the actions that we might be taking. Maybe you're a dog lover. Now, does that mean you can pet every dog you see? No, of course not. Maybe you're on a walk through your neighborhood and you see this just gorgeous dog. He's in the neighbor's yard. It's fenced in. Maybe you should be aware of the beware of dog sign, right? But you love dogs. So you're going to trot on over there and reach over the fence and pet him? Might be okay. Might not be okay. When you see a dog's tail wagging, it generally means he's happy. And if he's growling, it means you probably shouldn't touch him. But what happens when his tail's wagging and he's growling? I mean, which end do you trust, right? That's where you want to look at the big picture and go, maybe I just shouldn't trust the happy looking end, the wagging tail. So being aware that he looks uncomfortable, or, it could be the same with a cat, because, a cat can go from playful and loving to very quickly, right? And we just need to be aware of what it is that's going on. Now, this happens the same with our friends at work. When our friend comes in and they're not looking very happy, and we normally poke fun at them about their whatever going on in their life, if we recognize that they're already looking down, or they're already walking and they've got that crease going on in their head that says they're either thinking real hard, probably too hard, or they're upset, maybe we shouldn't poke fun at them right then. Or if we do, maybe it should be a very gentle something to help bring them out of that bad mood. But it's something we want to be aware of. And surely enough, it's happened to you where somebody came up and started joking with you, and you're looking at them going, do you see what's going on in my life? Do I look like I want to joke right now? Well, being situationally aware helps us to not do that to other people as well. So we need to really see what the pitfalls of what we're doing or what we are thinking about doing could show up in our life. It's the same as when you go to run out a door. It's a good idea to look out the door before you run out of it, especially if you're in a place you're not familiar with. I know I've been looking in old houses before and about to go out the back door and realize there are no steps. It was just a 3-foot drop. So thank goodness I was being aware, or I could have really hurt myself. Now, on the other end of that spectrum, we can look at our world and see the good things in it, the possibilities for success, for happiness, for good things. And it doesn't have to be, your whole life goodness, that your whole life gets better. You can find small things in the day to make your life better. When my example a few minutes ago about seeing your friend like this, walking in the office with that crinkly, I'm angry or in a bad mood wrinkle on the top of their head. Well, not the top of their head, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe instead we look at them, and instead of poking a joke or instead of giving them a hard time, for fun, maybe we go over and just quietly say, hey, are you okay? To let them know that we're their friend and we care about them. So it's an opportunity to help somebody. And if you haven't noticed, whenever you help somebody, how do you feel? It feels great. I always feel good after I've helped somebody. It's just one of those things that's inside of us. It feels good to help. But there's other stuff too. So maybe in our social area, at a party, at a friend's house, we notice that very attractive person that just seems ridiculously nice, but they're always alone. How is somebody that attractive and that kind not in a relationship? Well, maybe that means it's time to go over and introduce yourself and see if you should be in a relationship with them. Now, if you're married, don't do this, because now we're back to the pitfalls of your actions. But if you're in the market for a new relationship, or maybe you just want to add a friend into your social circle, maybe it's a good idea to go talk to that person who seems like they're just terrific, but always in a single mode. So that's just another way we can look at the big picture of our life. Or maybe that same person, although they're very kind, maybe we see them doing something a little odd too, where we want to go, okay, maybe he or she might be a good acquaintance, but maybe not for our inner circle of close friends, or especially not an intimate relationship. But we do get to see the bigger picture, to not just narrow our view into, wow, he's gorgeous or she's gorgeous, to look at the bigger picture. Same for work. It amazes me when I hear people go, I want to start a business, but I have no idea what to start a business in, which it really just blows my mind every time. Because how do you start a business? Is it a tough question? No, it's not, because what do you hire people for? You hire people to fix your problems. You buy things to fix your problems. Even groceries. What's the problem? I'm hungry. The family's going to want dinner tonight. So you go buy something. So to look at the world in a bigger picture, you can see people's problems. And when people have problems, that's opportunity for you to start a business or to make some extra money or to help them out, just because it feels good to do so. But it also feels good to pay your bills too, doesn't it? So there we have it. Whether it's for the good things in your life that can help you financially or help with your relationships or just help you to be happier, or the not so good stuff that could be a pitfall for what you're doing. like petting the wrong dog, even if you are a dog lover, or not realizing that the cat has changed its attitude, or not realizing that your spouse has changed their attitude and that you really shouldn't be making fun of their hair right now. We just can use situational awareness in every situation to be aware of what's going on, what's changed, what's different, and is it going to make a big difference if we respond the way we normally do? Or should we change our actions to make this a better interaction? So there you have it. Situational awareness, again, can be used in so many areas of your life, especially seeing the bigger picture of life. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to share it with your friends. And if those friends or family members are survivors of violence, like I am, and maybe you are, please share it with them too. Because it is so important to be able to have that bigger picture, to feel safer out in the world again after something terrible has happened. So please do share it with them. And after you do that, give me a thumbs up on the YouTube site if you would. It just helps people find me. And then go on over to labcaf.com. Take a look at some of the articles. And at the time of this recording, I am doing some changes on the website, so forgive me if it's not looking exactly right. But do keep up with it so you can see all that's changing. And while you're there, go ahead and sign up for the email list. I don't send out a whole lot of stuff. About once a week, I'll send you a note of what's coming up, or when there's a new podcast coming out, or when there's a new online program that we're making available to you. So go ahead over there, take a look, spend some time on the site, and you might learn some new stuff. So until next time, as we keep moving from survivors to thrivers, this is Cranford Blackman with LabCaf, reminding you to stay safe and stay strong. See you next time.
To make sure you never miss an episode of Survivors to Thrivers podcast, subscribe at labcaf.com.
Or the pitfalls of... But in this one, it's kind of important. It's important, everyone. I don't remember the story. If seeing, but being situationally